Hey guys, what's up? And welcome back to the channel. Today we've got the call of Milos Raonic taking on Jannik Sinner. I'm very excited for this one. These two have never played. It's a guy from, the not an older kind of old generation. It's not like it's like Roger Rafa or something, but it's one of these kind of younger next gen guys taking on Sinner, and they've never played, they've never met. I'm excited for it. What's up? I see we've already got some people coming in. But yeah, what's up, everybody? Let me know predictions in the chat. It's very hard to say what's going to happen. I don't think we're going to see the best version of Milos. Probably it's probably not going to be 2016 Milos that just jumps right out, but it should be fun. Hey, what's up, Powell? Rublev Demonor is the one to watch today. Demonor wins in 3 sets, gets his revenge from Rublev over their great match in Australia. And, very good to see. I think Demonor sometimes struggles in the best of 5 format, to be honest. And I think he just ran out of gas against Rublev. But here in best of 3, he really did fantastic. So now if Fritz beats Hijikata today, then Tsitsipas is out of the top 10, period. If Fritz wins today, which he should by all counts, Tsitsipas is likely out of the top 10. So that's what's happening. It could be the first week in ATP history where there's no one-handed backhand in the top 10, which I would be sad about as somebody who I will strongly back the one-handed backhand. I don't even care. I don't care what anybody has to say about it. But yeah, Anthony, let's go. Hey, what's up, Ben Shelton? We have Ben Shelton. Everybody say hi to Ben in the chat. We got to get Fritz in here too. What's up? No, I'm glad to have you in here. Just joking around. Like and subscribe. That's it, guys. Don't forget to subscribe. QualityShot Tennis if you are new. One-handed backhand. Yeah, I agree. Absolutely. Yeah, the aesthetics of it, but also I think it can be a great shot, It can be a great shot. Ben Goat Shelton, yeah. No, I think it can be a great shot if you're like, like Stanislas Wawrinka. Like people say he has one of the best backhands of the last 20 years. So I don't know. I still think it can be viable. And I hope that we can get somebody, but it can be a moment where Tsitsipas probably will fall out now because Fritz just has to beat Rinky Hijikata, who's like a very talented but 21-year-old Australian player. He's not on the level of Fritz at the moment, So likely Tsitsipas falls out, but Dimitrov could actually get back in if he gets to the final of Rotterdam. So it could be a moment where a one-handed backhand player falls out of the top 10 and another one climbs back in. So I hope that's what happens. I don't want to see first week in ATP history where no one-hand back in the top 10. I'd rather they stay in. Yeah, let's go. I'm excited. Let's go, Milos. Listen, if you're like joining into the stream and think I'm going to be biased, like think again. I like both these guys a lot. I like both these guys a lot. These two are two of my favorites for sure. Two of my favorites for sure. Hey, what's up, MJ? What's up, Shiloh? Sinner. Okay, Jannik. What's up? Ben Goat Shelton, that would be so sad if it happens. Yeah, I agree. I'm rooting for Rinky, even though American. Yeah, I feel you. I'm rooting for the one-handed backhand through the manifestation of Rinky Hijikata. Because if Rinky Hijikata wins, then suddenly, there's a one-handed backhand in the top 10 for sure next week. So I'm rooting for the one-handed backhand and the manifestation of a 21-year-old Australian kid named Rinky Hijikata. That's just what it happened. I didn't think that was a sentence I was going to say yesterday, but, life surprises us. Have you seen that ambidextrous kid who uses both hands for forehands? I did, yeah. Yeah, that's funny. I don't know how they're going to deal with that. Imagine them on a grass court and, you play a guy like Ben Shelton, and he's just smashing forehands and serves at you. How are you going to do that? But I hope he succeeds for everyone's entertainment. This will be epic. Yeah, Milos taking out Jannik. I'm here for it. I saw it on Instagram. It was going viral. Yeah, I mean, of course it does, I hope that it's not like a parent, whatever, taking advantage of a kid who's whatever, and teaching them the worst possible way to play tennis just to get viral on Instagram. But no, I don't think it is. So it's fun. It's fun. Let me see predictions in the chat. I'm actually going to say, I don't know. I haven't really thought about it. I was thinking, do I think that Milos wins a set? I don't know. Do I think Milos wins a set? Because it makes it more interesting that Gael Monfils took a set yesterday. Actually, I am. I'm going to say Sinner wins in 3 sets. Let me know predictions in the chat. Sinner wins in 3 sets. I think both the first 2 sets are tiebreakers. The third set, I think, will be like 6-2, 6-3 Sinner. That's my prediction. Let me see predictions in the chat. Hey, what's up, Sean? Is a gimmick at this point because he clearly has talent. Okay. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. So, Sean, do you think they should start teaching him like a different way, or do you think he should just keep on with that? I'm off, I guess, but I'm sure it posted everywhere. Give me Raonic. Yeah. We'll see how Milos can do. I believe both players are warming up at the moment. Let me see what all is going on. Greek Sport just won, so this is the match on right after that. Hey guys, if new, don't forget to subscribe for all the streams coming up. I'll be here from first point to last of this one. As soon as I realized that this could be a match, I was very excited for it. By the way, on the WTA side, Raonic takes on Rybakina tomorrow, so I'm very excited for that as well, to be honest. That should be good. Another one, I think Rybakina currently leads the head-to-head. It's like another Ostapenko hard-hitting type that can like struggle. Raonic could struggle with, to be honest. Don't know what exactly I predict for that match, but the fact that it's in Doha, where Raonic loves the conditions so much, it makes you think that maybe this is the chance for Raonic, to get that win at a big tournament against Rybakina. I reckon she could. Both players about to walk out, by the way. I mean, who knows? But I would say they should try and get him to change. He might not know what's best for him in the future. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, I would kind of agree, Sean, because I just don't know if that play style is sustainable. I mean, maybe he could get to like 1,600 or 1,700 in the world, but yeah, Sean, the fact that he's made it this far just shows that he has the talent to probably make it further with a different game style, to be honest. So I kind of agree. Greedily, like my greed wants me to just keep him, see how far he can go, but yeah, you're onto something. Players are away, court is in dark. Umpire walked out on court. We're going to get started. Like I said, these two have never played before. Sinner is one of the best returners on the tour that we've seen in a long time. Raonic is one of the best servers that we've had on tour in a long time. So that's going to be a big part of this match. Is how well Sinner can do to return that Raonic serve. But, Sinner is Sinner, so it's going to be tough for Milos. Milos is 309th in the world now. He went 5-4 in his comeback season last season. He played his first match in over 2 years on the grass lead-ups. He beat Kecmanovic in one of the grass lead-ups in like straight sets, his first match back. He also beat Francis Tiafoe in Toronto in a great match. So he's still dangerous, and he's 220th in the live ranking after winning 2 matches this week. So he's already kind of climbing back, which is great. I really hope that he's in the fray this year, because I feel like him more than anything, he just doesn't enter. He almost doesn't enter any conversations, and I just feel like that's unfair to what Milos has been as a player, his level, even his achievements, because his win percentage is very, very good. I mean, his win record in his career, 377 to 180, 377 matches won to 180 lost. It's an impeccable record. That's before his comeback, he was 68% win percentage. That's better than Tsitsipas, for example, better than Nishikori, better than Wawrinka, although Wawrinka is weird. Wawrinka is a better player than Raonic, but but still, better than Tsitsipas, for example. Like he's had a very, very strong win rate in his career, despite dealing with so many injuries. He ended year-end number 3 in 2016, playing incredible. Great forehand, serve, constantly improving. He reached 4 Masters finals in his career. He lost the first one to Rafa, and then he lost the last 3 to Djokovic. So, he's a guy who's been pretty unlucky, to be perfectly honest. So we'll see what he can do this year. This is just his second tournament back, but he beat Bublik earlier in the event 6-4, 6-4, which is a great sign. Although Bublik is Bublik is up and down, man. know what to expect from Bublik every other match. He's either having a breakdown or, you know, or he's winning a tournament. Like it's either one or the other. Like he's either in a great spot and, you know, or he's just completely just like not it doesn't even look like he's fully trying out there, and it's sad to watch. They haven't walked out. Okay, nice. Yeah, gotcha. I mean, who knows? Yeah, Delray Beach. I mean, who knows? But I would say they should try and get him changed. Yeah, how is Center done against trees who serve fast AF? I was actually going to look that up. I forgot. Well, I was prepping for the match a little bit. I was going to look it up, and I didn't end up doing that. Isner versus Sinner. I'll look up Sinner's record against other fast servers because I do think that's important. By the way, both guys currently about to start up their warm-up. Okay, so Sinner against John Isner, for example. So they played in 2021. Isner was already pretty good then. He was almost top 10 then. Isner won in 3 sets. So there you go. Cincinnati. Wimbledon, Sinner beat Isner. I remember that in 3 sets. Isner had played one of the best matches I'd seen him play against Murray in the round prior to that, but Sinner just played unbelievable and was way too good for Isner, who I also think ran out of legs a little bit, which can happen with Isner in a slam, especially later in his career. But okay, who's another what was the comment? Tall, who's a trees who serve fast AF. Trees who serve fast AF. Has Karlovic and Sinner play? I don't think so. Karlovic basically like semi-retired in like 2019. Who's another fast server? I'm like kind of going on a blank. OJ Aliassime, kind of. Oh, Hurkacz. How's he done against Hurkacz? Hurkacz and Sinner. I remember a few matches that they've played, but not too many. Okay, they're 2-2. Yeah. Well, Miami final. Hold up. Matches played. Okay. Matches played. Okay, so Dubai last 2022, Hurkacz won 6-3, 6-3. So you know what? Hurkacz beat him in the Miami final. And then Sinner won in 3 sets in Monte Carlo, but it's on clay. And also it was very close. I remember that. Very, very close to a loss there. So yeah, maybe Sinner does struggle against big servers. The little pool that we just pulled out does suggest that. So he's probably have a killer two-hander as well, having such a strong offhand. Yeah, that's true. Exactly. Yeah, Sean. So yeah, he should probably switch. I'm thinking Isner or Opelka. Okay, Sinner played Opelka. Last one I'll look up, I think, but Sinner Opelka. What happened to Opelka, man? He's just become, don't know what he's become, but he's just, I was so excited about this guy. I thought he was so fast for a guy who had a big serve. I thought, you know, he had potential for the rest of his game. He was just his ace rate was so crazy. He was hitting so many aces. Sinner won his one match against Opelka pretty easily in Vienna, but Opelka is also just not as good as the other players we looked up, to be frank. He's up and down. By the way, Sinner going for his 30th. Sinner going for his 30th. Sinner going for his 200th match win of his career. Jannik Sinner trying to get to the 200th match win of his career. I think Alex Demonor just got his 200th match win, and I believe it was a thing of I don't remember exactly what it was, but I think it was like Demonor became the first guy born since 1998 or after or something to get to 200 match wins or something. I can't remember. 1999. So maybe Demonor became the first guy 24 years old or younger to reach 200 match wins, but Sinner was right behind him. And I think Sinner could become the second most if he gets this win. Could become the second if he wins this. Sebastian Korda just reached 100 wins. Runa just reached 100. I don't know what Ojai Aliassime is doing with wins. Ojai Aliassime is probably right behind as well at like 180 or something. He's been around a while. Yeah, I was spot on. Ojai Aliassime at 189. So anyway, but Sinner could get to 200. So that's the kind of thing. Hey, what's up, Joe? I appreciate you checking out my new video as well. What's up, Joe? Good to have you. Dutchy. He'd probably, yeah. Gotcha. What's up, Sorry, I do not speak. I don't speak Italian. I think that is. But if you never got to experience Milos 2013, 2006, I feel bad for you, son. Yeah, totally. I'm right there with you. Milos was an absolute killer, man. He was a killer, and he should have done way more than he did. I swear. I think he's like a contender for a guy who should have won a major. Maybe like he was crazy. We got both guys warming up their serves. We're about to get started. First meeting, Sinner Raonic. We're going to see a lot of power. We're going to see two young Milos isn't young at this point, but two next gen guys going at it from two completely different spectrum of next gen. We have the newest kind of next gen. Maybe you would say there's even another one with guys like Arthur Feast, but the newest kind of next gen taking on maybe the original next gen, if you don't count guys like Songa and Berdych and stuff. So there you go. Anyway, I think as Racket as Crap is still my favorite comment, Sean. That's a good shout out. I love that. What was that with Jannik? Yeah, first round of Australia, I think, against Van de Zandschulp. I think that's what it was. And people are like, I think Sinner's Racket has cramp, somebody said. I don't think it was somebody who often is like a regular. Like, I don't think it was somebody who was a QualityShot tennis regular, but they just jumped in. So funny. I love random internet stuff like that where some guy just says something ridiculous and it catches on as a thing. Yeah, Sinner versus Ister. I could see Sinner making him run. Great research, though. I appreciate that. Yeah, no problem. No problem. Cyrus clean up doing dishes. The match on. It's about to start in about 2 seconds. So. Hey, what's up, Matt, joining in? Yeah, I think we're going to have a lot of people excited to watch it. Hopefully. I appreciate everybody who's joined into the stream. I'll be watching it from first point to last. Let me go down to where the scoreboard should be. A little bit of a preview on this website. Raonic is going to serve first, by the way. That's kind of what's going on. That's what's going on. Sinner looking for the 200th win of his career. If he gets to the final of this tournament, he's world number 3. So that's the stakes as well. Jannik taking on Milos. Very unpredictable. Let's see what happens. Here we go. First serve, ace out down the tee. There we go for 50. Raonic just served 233 kilometers an hour. The crowd can't even believe it. The crowd is in awe. That's Milos. People are like saying, like, you know, this is a guy who consistently served 145, 150 plus. His serve is incredible. One of the best ever, if you're asking my opinion. Forehand in the net, 30 love. Certainly up there as one of the better ones. What's up, Nicholas? Good evening. Yeah, good evening, Nicholas. Appreciate you from Greece. Dude, shout out Riley. I thought you would be up next. Yeah. And what's up, Matt? Hello, everyone. Just enjoying the podcast for a little bit and chatting with everyone. Yeah. I appreciate it, Matt, too. Yeah, I like this kind of part of it. Just chatting. First serve, 233 kilometers an hour. I'd forgotten how tall Raonic is. Yeah, he's tall. He's tall. He's lanky. Both these guys are tall, lanky guys. Tall, lanky guys. Serve. That's a body serve. I love that. You know I love a body serve. Good switch up. 40 love. Milos doesn't look like he even wants to lose a point. He's like, what is this, Jannik Sinner? Who is this guy? People, what? You're like, I'm back. I'm Milos Raonic. I'm back. I don't care. I don't care who the Sinner guy is. Comes up, serves a 233 kilometer an hour serve. Ace out wide. That couldn't have been a more perfect service game to start off. Okay, Milos with a bit of a statement. What is 233 kilometers to miles, by the way? What is that to miles? What? 233 kilometers to miles. Here we go. 145 miles an hour serve. First serve of the match, 145 miles an hour. Ace down the tee. That might be the fastest serve of the year so far. First serve of the match. Milos with an absolute statement. Statement. There you go. Also, my prediction. Sorry about do. It is French for 2. Just figure when someone spoke Italian, I could correct myself as well. But were you saying Milos for that? No. You said give me Raonic in 2. Raonic in straight sets. I said Sinner in 3 sets. Let me see predictions in the chat. Serve out wide, forehand. That's in the net. 15 left for Sinner. 15 love for Sinner. Post puke Sinner, man. I tell you what. Post puke Sinner. You know. There's a match against Dimitrov in Beijing, and ever since that, things are different. He's won 29 of his last 31 matches since the U.S. Open. He's won 22 of his last 23, which is insane. He's won his last 12. He's looking for his 13th in a row. And somehow he's still number 4 in the world, even though he's the reigning major champion who won in Australia. He's still getting it done on hard courts. Milos is an interesting kind of wrench in the gears to throw out there, though. See what he can do. Forehand, inside out, back in the center. The forehand of Milos, forehand of center. Forehand of Milos, that's in the net. 30 love for Jannik. Here we go. Let's go, Jannik. Go, Jannik. Neither guy's lost a point on serve yet. Early stages. 144 miles per hour, yeah. ASIM round. Crazy. Yeah, it was like 144.8 miles per hour. It was insane. Raonic made the most of his talent. I mean, can't expect him to be the big 4 victory in the prime. Yeah, exactly, Matt. I agree. Underachieved. He underachieved not because of his talent. He underachieved due to the fact that he had to play against big 3, big 4 guys, and his body couldn't hold up for a lot of his career. Backhand to forehand of center, backhand of Raonic. Down the middle, backhand slice of Raonic. Forehand of center. Because listen, his backhand was like doable. It wasn't terrible, and but it's his forehand that was really fantastic. Like it doesn't matter if you're like a big server or not. His forehand was really fantastic, kind of Roddick-esque. Like his forehand was like not as good as Roddick's, but like his forehand was really, really good. His serve was incredible, and he kept improving. Like parts of his game, he moved fairly well. He came to net well. He was a very tough customer when he was playing at his best. And people I think he's gotten forgotten a little bit. Forehand, cross-court, forehand of Milos. That goes out. 40-15 for center. No, I mean, I still see some hype and excitement with Raonic, so I'm glad to see that part of it. Glad to see that part of it. Serve from Jannik here, 40-15. Serve down the tee, back into Milos. The forehand of Jannik, back into Milos. Forehand of center to the forehand of Raonic, back into center. The backhand of Raonic, that goes out. Game center, we're 1-1. We're 1-1. Raonic up to serve next. Is he going to start the next game with a 155 miles per hour serve? We'll see. We could break the record today. Suddenly, that's another thing that you could think about. We could break the record. What's the record now? I don't know even what the official record is, which is annoying. People said that Sam Groff, I remember it, served like 163 miles per hour, but surely it's not true. I mean, he served like 3 160 miles per hour serves in that match. The serve radar must have been off, but Roddick served 155. Karlovic served 156. Raonic served like 155. So I think those are the official kind of records at the moment. Record breakers, yeah. We'll see. Serve out wide, back at sitter to the forehand of Raonic, forehand to sitter. That's in the net. 30 love. Do you know Anthony Tsitsipas out of the top 10? Nicholas, so very likely yes. If Fritz wins today, then Tsitsipas is out of the top 10. If Fritz beats Rinky Hijikata, then he's out of the top 10. So basically yes. Hijikata beats Fritz, then the answer is no, but that's the only way that he's not out of the top 10. Thank you very much for your comments. Hey, no problem. Greece has same-sex marriage since yesterday. Congrats. Yeah, I mean, I don't like to comment on like political stuff, but yeah, I think that's great. Very good news. Ciao from Italy. Hey, what's up, Pierre? Good stuff. And that's not even political. It's just that's great. Ciao from Italy. Hey, nice. What's up, Pierre? Good to have you in here. Sam Groff held the record for the fastest court serve at 263 miles per hour. Yeah, but he served like 160 miles per hour in the same match. He served like 159 miles per hour in the same match. Like, are we going to buy into the reality of the speed radar? Just like buy that? Because are we going to buy into the reality that like a guy served the 3 fastest serves ever in one match? Like, or are we going to say the obvious that the speed radar was probably a little bit off? And his serve is fast, but it's like, it's not that. Also, I saw the recording and it didn't seem that crazy. Ben Shelton's serve seems crazy. Like, when people say Ben Shelton's serve is 152 miles per hour, like, I buy it, but he had like 3 in the same match. So I'm just like, what? Like, that's not, it's not something. But I remember when that happened and I went crazy about it, but then I put more thought into it. I was just like, Jesus, shout out Ben. Yeah. Shout out Ben. Yeah. Yeah, there you go. It's cool to see guys like Ben Shelton and Jannik Sinner and Alcaraz and even Rune when he won it in Paris against Djokovic, etc. Like, get this kind of hype. That's what you need from this kind of next generation anyway. So I love to see young guys getting fans and all of that. Jannik Sinner has gotten a lot of fans, especially since Australian Open. But I'm not like, we're not going to gatekeep. Like, it's good to have these young guys. Like, I've known about Sinner and Alcaraz, and I've been fans of both guys since the Challenger circuit. I remember seeing Alcaraz when he was like 15, and people are like Wonder Kid in Challengers. And I was like, man, this guy looks great. He really might be the next thing up. A long time ago. And yeah, surely it was. But it's good to get these young guys to have fans because, listen, we need the sport to keep going after Federer, Nadal, and Djokovic, and it will keep going, but it's good to see it manifest in that way with these kind of really great young guys. I'm very excited about them. We see more fans in the BMW at Delray, although the person sitting shotgun doesn't get the best view. I'm siding with Medvedev. I would be mad, to be honest, Matt, because I run like I'm kind of like Medvedev when I play. I'm like way behind the baseline sometimes. I'm like running everywhere, and I would be so like I've run into things running from the back of the court. I've literally like almost jumped fences running in tennis. Like, I would be, if there's a car back there, I would be a little bit upset because I'd be like, I'm going to break my arm and break the car. And then I'm going to have to pay $100,000 or whatever, or like $15,000. And I'm just like, Jesus. So anyway, I think De Minaur beats Dimitrov. Dimitrov looks fatigued. Yeah, he played last week as well. So yeah, he could be. De Minaur is playing amazing. I'm very happy to see De Minaur now a top 10 kind of player back into the top 10 this week. Raonic, that's in the net. So 15 love for Sinner. Raonic yet to lose a point on serve yet, though. I did predict 2 tiebreakers start us off. So Forza Jannik, okay. What's up, Leah? Forza Jannik, there you go. See what Jannik can do. Jannik. Appreciate you joining in, Leah. Let me know what you think is going to happen in the match. Forehand, Raonic, the forehand of Sinner, forehand to Raonic, inside out, back into Sinner on the slide. Forehand to Raonic, the backhand of Sinner, that's in the net. I'll tell you what, though, Sinner didn't bring his best level yesterday. He really didn't. He had 13 winners to 15 unforced errors. During certain periods of the match, he wasn't making a whole lot of first serves in. So some of his balls I felt like were falling short. His drop shot, his slices, his net game. His shot selection, like some of it was a little bit off yesterday. And when he was hitting the slices, it wasn't really working that well. So there's some opportunity for Raonic just because I feel like that was maybe one of the worst matches he's played since the U.S. Open, to be honest. But it says a lot because he still played fantastic. Sinner still played probably at a top 10, top 15 level. But just because Sinner now is at such a high tier of play that he was still probably playing at a top 10 level. But it's just to say it's a small opening for Raonic to at least have some glimpse of hope, because Sinner, the way he's been playing since from about Beijing to the Australian Open, there's been very little to even have hope for to try to beat Jannik. So that's what I would say. I mean, in that period, who has beaten Sinner, right? Who's beaten him? Djokovic at the ATP Finals. Who else has? Is that it? The stat is 29 of his last 31 matches. What am I forgetting? 29 of his last 31 matches. What else did he lose? Kind of going on a blank now. But, but maybe in Shanghai, I guess. Yeah, Shanghai, I guess, to Ben Shelton. So I guess that's what it is. But anyway. Sinner here serving at 30 all. Serve at the backhand of Raonic. Backhand slice of Raonic. The forehand of Sinner, inside out, backhand slice of Raonic. The forehand drop shot of Sinner. That's a good drop shot. I was saying the slices and the drop shots aren't very good, but that was some Sinner slicing. 40-30. That was good. That was good. If Dimitrov beats Alex tomorrow, then he re-enters the top 10. How crazy is it that de Minaur beating Rublev basically single-handedly took Tsitsipas out of the top 10? So de Minaur beating Rublev basically single-handedly took Tsitsipas out of the top 10, most likely. And then Dimitrov beating de Minaur could single-handedly bring him into the top 10. That's crazy even outside of the one-handed backhand thing. And then you bring out the fact that the one-handed backhand and trying to keep a one-handed backhand in the top 10, that's so crazy. I'm kind of pulling for Grigor because I like Grigor a lot, and also one-handed backhand. Another drop shot from Sinner, by the way, 2-2. I love the kind of thinking tennis of Sinner here. Drop shot. What's up, Maynor? Good to have you in here. What's up, Maynor? Bro, Rube losing to Demon today ruined my AM. Oh, there you go. Damn, that's tough. Yeah, Rublev, I mean, he was the big favorite, right? Rublev barely loses. That's a big win for Demon. If two one-handers are in the top 10, something bad happens. Sean. Yeah, I guess it has to be one at a time. Exactly. One leaves, the other comes in. Forehand, that goes out. That goes out. Love 15 for Sinner. Let's see if this is a half a chance for Jannik Sinner. By the way, guys, don't forget to subscribe to Quality Shot Tennis if you're new for more streams. I'll have this one from first point to last. Please, guys, don't forget to subscribe. We have a 10,000 subscriber goal. We're trying to get to 10K subs. Please don't forget to subscribe if you are new to everything that we do. And don't forget to like the stream if you're enjoying it as well. Help out the channel. Forehand, Raonic, the backhand of Sinner. Down the line. That's a good, that's classic Sinner. Redirect. That's just a redirect. And that's the thing in this matchup. If Sinner can get the return of serve back, that he should be able to stand up in these rallies. Should be able to stand up in these rallies. I mean, you can't attack the Sinner backhand and expect that, oh, it's not going to come back to me with interest. Like, Sinner's backhand and his forehand, like, they're both dangerous. Very dangerous. Serve from Raonic out wide. That goes wide, though. That goes wide. Serve from Milos. $15.30 here for Raonic. He's back at the line. Backhand of Raonic. Forehand of Raonic. That goes wide. That's a bad error. 15-40. I don't know if I like it or not. Raonic just goes after it. He's like, I'm either making it or I'm not, but either way, I'm going for it. Two big serves to get him out of trouble would be helpful. First break points of the match for either player. Raonic. He started the match off very good. I mean, huge serving. Didn't lose a single point for like the first 8 points. I think both of his first two service games. But here he's lost 3 so far, and Sinner is at break point. Second serve also to work with for Jannik. Serve from Raonic. Serve. Down the tees. Pretty good serve. Forehand. Inside out. That goes out from Raonic. 3-2 for Sinner. 3-2 for Jannik. He's got the advantage, and he played a great game as well there. He got his returns into play, and he did what he needed to do. 3-2. Can we discuss the 30-second new advert? Oh, I'm not sure which advert you're talking about, to be honest. I knew someone who briefly lived West Palm Beach, was about 50 miles from Delray. He said the newspapers totally ignored the tournament, but had 4 people at the Honda Classic Golf tournament. Oh, gotcha. Interesting. Remember when Medvedev kicked the Camaro at El Mayola? That happened to that electric box. Yeah, I do remember that well. Medvedev's always... We need chaotic Medvedev. We need chaotic Medvedev. He makes tennis go around. Tennis world needs chaotic Medvedev. I don't care what anybody has to say about it. It's that Jimmy Connors-esque, you remember from back in the day, kind of speaking off, mouthing off. We need that kind of Medvedev, the clever, genius, hilarious, out of line Medvedev that makes tennis so fun. we need out of line Medvedev. It's chaos and it's fun, and he's funny. Speaking on that tournament, though, I was watching, had to research those prices. Those pool chairs are, yeah. Speaking of South Florida, I hear Miami might be on the chopping block. We were talking about it on Twitter site this morning. Yeah, well, I tell you what, I don't like the Miami tournament since it moved from Crandon to the Hard Rock. Since it moved to the Miami Dolphins Stadium, I mean, listen, Miami Dolphins Stadium seats like over 50,000 people. The biggest tennis stadium in the world is Arthur Ashe, and that seats like 20,000. It's not ideal or idealized for tennis. It's not maximized for tennis, and I don't like the color scheme of the courts. I don't like the way they play. It just, and also they're adding in pickleball this year, and I'm just like, I don't like it very much. I don't know why. I don't know. And I have no problems with James Blake. I think I like him as a player. I like when he speaks and hearing what he says, but I just can't really side with a lot of the things that they're doing at the moment with Miami. So I wouldn't be hugely opposed. It's probably my least favorite Masters of the moment. There's more things to name as well, but forehand down line, backhand. That's a good forehand down line from Raonic. I tell you what, Milos doesn't just have a good forehand for a big server. He has a good forehand. So I wish my life was as composed as Sinner's on-court aura. Yeah. Well, listen, he likes challenges. He likes taking the struggles straight up. It's a lesson for life. Sinner is a lesson for like just people in general. Just if you face your struggles kind of face forward as much as you can, then you learn to be able to be calm in the storm a bit. And that's been it's been good for him. It's been good for him. He talks about it a lot. They say if the Saudis take a tournament, it'll probably be that one. Indian Wells not going to be touched. Oh, no way. Yeah. We need a Masters on grass courts. Any live streams, websites where I can watch it? Yeah, well, I mean, Skybet, Bet365, Tennis TV. Tennis TV has it if Tennis Channel is not showing it. Those are a few. Sky Sports. $15 center serve. Back in Raonic. That goes in. Justin, forehand. Back in Raonic. He gets it. Oh, what a get from Raonic. That was impressive. That's what being tall can do. It gives you good reach. Gives you good reach. Gives you good reach. Hello there. What's up, Powell? Once he gets into a rally, Raonic might as well go for the lines. Playing a cat and mouse rally only ends one way. Well, not there, though. There he was impressive. But yeah, for the most part, I agree with you. Medvedev chaos equals need. Yeah, exactly. Mike was sounding underwater for a tad second, but 10 out of 10 crisp now. Love it. That's what we want. I need a crisp. Serve from Sinner. He's at 15-30 now. Both guys were serving very holding their serves easily. Not the same the last couple of games. Forehand Sinner. The backhand slice of Raonic stays low. Forehand Sinner. That's shanked. That's shanked out. Pretty poor from Sinner, to be honest, to miss that forehand. It's 15-40 now. 15-40. Come on, Jannik. He's got to get his head in the game here. He's got to get his head in the game. I think Sinner will win in 2 sets. Okay, I said Sinner in 3 sets, so we'll see. We'll see what happens. Save this for after the first set. Okay. 15-40, 2 break points. See what Milos can do. These might be very important points, actually, for Milos' sake. Serve out wide, forehand to Milos. The forehand of Sinner down the line. Sinner comes to net. Backhand down the line is fantastic. Wow. Forehand. Oh, he had it and he missed it. That was one time I would have said, Milos, don't go all in. He went 110% at it. That was such a good backhand from Milos. It was fantastic on the run. That shows the skills of Milos Raonic. I don't know why he went so low percentage with the forehand. He actually had a chance to really just get the advantage in the rally, but he missed that in the net. Another break point coming. Great stuff from Raonic, so I'll tell you what, these are good signs for Raonic this year. That he's really going to be one to contest with. He should be in the top 100, Raonic. With this kind of level, he should be higher than that. Backhand of Sinner. That goes wide. Wow, what is Sinner doing, man? That was out of nowhere. He just decided to absolutely go for it. It reminds me against Gael Monfils yesterday where he hit a double fault in the second set and just kind of gave the game away in the second set. So that's tough. 3-3. Center just kind of gifts Milos the break back, but Milos earns it as well, to be honest. Very, very good stuff from Raonic. We're back on serve. This is the Milos Raonic I know. Raonic does it 65% first serves. He's toast. Can't hold serve if first serve goes missing. Yeah, Matt. True. I said it from the start. I mean, it's pretty obvious. The Milos serve to Jannik return is going to be the most important part of this match. First serve, Raonic is in the lead. 3-3, 15 love. He's in the lead. Serve from Raonic. Serve out wide. That goes wide. Second serve. Kick serve back into center. The backhand slice of Raonic. Forehand to center. The forehand of Raonic. That would lie back into center on the slide. Backhand slice. And the backhand slice of center. Forehand to Raonic. Inside out. The back into center. That's in the net. Do we got something? Do we have something on our hands? How crazy would this be, by the way? Milos Raonic in 2024 just showing up. But like one thing was Tiafoe in Toronto. And I know that was a Masters event, but one thing is Tiafoe in Toronto. Another thing is Sinner. This would be Milos really announcing himself. If he can make something happen here. The backhand is looking good as well, by the way, so far, which is also very important, especially in this matchup. Forehand slice. Milos runs around the forehand and hits a complete shank, lands in the crowd. Complete shank from Milos, 30-15. By the way, people are talking about Sinner's aura or Capricorn. You're talking about Sinner's aura. I love Milos's on-court aura. I've always really enjoyed it. He's always there with a smile. He looks like he's enjoying himself. I think that's important. What did I miss? Is the Miami 1000 in trouble? I'm only just hearing it, but it kind of makes sense to me. Anthony, I like James Blake as well, but yeah, that tournament's disaster possibly moved. Yeah. Put it on grass courts. Am I crazy? Why not? Why not? It would make it so that there are still 9 Masters tournaments, or maybe with the Saudi 110, and then we would have one on grass, you know? Anyway, 40-15. I want a grass Masters. Use Sinner as a life coach. Over here, I'm singing, I'm a sinner, I'm a sinner, I'm a sin. That's a good life coach. That's a good life coach. So kind of me for letting that fan know where to watch. Respect. Yeah, hell yeah. Yeah, I try to help out as I can. Serve down the tee. That's a good serve from Raonic. I mean, he's serving fantastic, though, Matt, I will say. It's Milos so far, 4-3. Yeah, Anthony Hirsch here on the call. I'll be here for more streams as well, so don't forget to subscribe. Quality Shot Tennis. We got a lot of great commentators on here as well. Doing commentary for events all throughout the year and different other tennis stuff. So don't forget to subscribe if you are new. Bro, if we got a grass court, that would be fuego. Yeah, that would be awesome. Yeah, Miami on grass. Are you kidding me? Better than the weird, like kid looking, like childish looking courts that are just like dark blue with light blue, and it looks ugly. I don't like it. For men and women, yeah, combined grass tournament. We need a grass court 1000 event level for sure. Yeah. Shout out Rhode Island tourney. Yeah, Newport's getting gone next year. Newport's getting gone, but we need we need more grass. The tournament, the season is disjointed. Wimbledon is forever just iconic and historic and amazing. And if we want the right practice for Wimbledon, especially for young players and experienced players, we need more grass. Grass 1000 feels like a necessity. Whatever it takes, in my opinion. Yes, Capricorn Miami is not the tournament it was in the 80s and 90s. I think it's the worst Masters 1000 on the tour. I hate to agree with you, and it used to be my second favorite. Although I've always had weird opinions. Shanghai has always been one of my favorites. Wait, no more Newport after this one. Yeah, Newport and Atlanta are getting the bud. By the way, Raonic is having a medical timeout. Just seeing it. Raonic on the ground. He's having a medical timeout. I hope Milos is okay, man. Because he started off this match fantastic. How sad would this be? Raonic, by the way, took a set off of De Minaur at the Australian Open before he got injured. So, yeah. Pray hands. Yeah, exactly. Milos, stand up. Hopefully he'll be fine. I haven't even noticed anything. Milos's body, man. Please, no, please. Yeah, exactly. Milos's body is so frustrating. It's like Del Potro on a slightly lesser level, but pretty much right there. I think also the Miami tournament ending 6-8 before Monte Carlo begins is too much. And Monte Carlo needs to be protected. Is that right? Miami 6 days before Monte Carlo? Is that the season that we have? Is that the season that we have? Are you kidding? I don't know. The WTA schedule is crazy enough. And then you look at the ATP schedule and it's like, Jesus Christ, like, what? Like, you know, it's so crazy. It's so crazy. Monte Carlo. Okay, so yeah, I mean, you're absolutely right. 1 week before Monte Carlo starts. I always think that Monte Carlo, then Madrid, then Rome, back to back is all a little bit too much. But I know, I believe Madrid and Monte Carlo are quite a bit later. But I mean, listen, 10 days later, though, Madrid starts. Basically like 2 weeks later. That's tough. And then Rome pretty much right after Madrid ends. So like 3 days later. So I don't know. It's too much. This the tennis season needs to be kind of evaluated a little bit, to be honest, the schedule. It needs to be reevaluated a little bit. Not sure exactly what Milos's injury or problem is, but he's getting felt out. Yes, yeah. It's just too much. Geez, I'm from Maine, so I think I'm going to Port this year. So sad to hear. Yeah, I'll try to go as well. I'm going to try to go to Newport as well. Actually, right after this, I'm trying to get media for like Indian Wells, Miami, all of those tournaments. I'm going to start trying to do all that today and plan out for the U.S. Open as well. I'd love to go to more tennis events, so I gotta get started on that for this year. Dachi, yeah, it's so sad with Raonic, man, or Newport, whatever you're sad about, Dachi, but it's all sad. You need to get media access. Reach out ASAP. Hell yeah, yeah. I'll do that. I will do that. Yeah, I will do that with the band. For Jannik, yeah, he's at 3-4, but Raonic with the lead, but he's injured, so we'll see how Raonic kind of shows up. We'll see how Raonic shows up. There's official talk about it being canceled. Yeah, I haven't heard about Miami being out, but I also wouldn't be fully surprised. So we'll just see what all happens. We'll see what all happens. Winner of this match plays Talent Griekspoor, by the way. Very good opportunity for Sinner to get to world number 3. If Sinner wins this match and then he wins against Talent Griekspoor in the semis, like he did last year, he beat Griekspoor in the semis, then he will be number 3 in the world. Well, if he gets to the final, then he'll be number 3 in the world in 2 weeks. If he wins the tournament, then he'll be number 3 in the world this week. So that's what it's kind of at the moment. By the way, I appreciate everybody joining in. This has been fun so far. Always love a Sinner Raonic. Or, I mean, this is the first time we've gotten Sinner Raonic, but I'm enjoying it. All right, Raonic back to play. Here we go. Raonic back to play. Okay. Sinner out the line. Serve out wide, forehand. That's big. Sinner's got to keep his head in the game. How many times have I seen it where a guy just puts his head down and suddenly it's just he's toast. He's toast because like he thinks, oh, the other guy's out. Raonic can't play. Okay, I've already won the match. Sinner's got to be like, okay, I'm right back in the hunt. And I'm not saying Raonic is doing gamesmanship, but I'm just saying that there's different reasons people take medical timeouts. It's not always I'm about to retire or something like this. So Sinner's got to keep his head in the game because Raonic is ahead in the scoreboard. He's 4-3 up. 15 love or I think 30 love for Jannik here, despite what the scoreboard says. Or no, 15 love. Okay, Sinner at the line. That's a good serve. 30 love here now. 30 love. You could just shorten it to ban, but thanks for reading my comments, man. Making my day. Hey, no problem with the ban. Yeah, love that. 30 love here for Sinner. Serve from Jannik out wide. That's a good serve. 40 love. 40 love. Now, let's see how Jannik steps up on the Milos Raonic return, because Sinner was up a break. He was serving up 3-2. Sinner played a relatively poor kind of service game. Raonic played a really good service game, or a return game, I should say, against Sinner. Broke Sinner back. Now we're back on serve. It's going to be that Sinner return. That might be one of the most important parts of this match, because Raonic is serving very well so far. Serve Sinner out wide, back in Raonic. That down the line, that goes out though. 4-4. 4-4. Phew, we back, baby. Yeah, we're back. And we're back. And we're back. Leah, appreciate you joining in. Raonic the Italian. I see it. I see it. Love it. Let's go Italy. Let's go Sinner. Let's see what we can do. So Zachary and Tom Hill are divorcing. Well, yeah, as coach partnership, yes. They're gone, which I like to see. Soccer needed something new. They've been great for each other in their own ways, but or they have just been great for each other, but Soccer needs something new. So I'm excited to see it. I mean, we've had 3 new top 10 partnerships in the top 10 in the world on the WTA side recently. So that's just something that's going on. 15 love here for Raonic. Serve down the tee. That's a good serve. Raonic is showing up with the serve. Like, what is Raunic's serve stat so far? It's got to be crazy. Raunic's serve stat so far. 7 aces. 71% first serves. I mean, this is just unbelievable stuff. Against Jannik Sinner's return, this is unheard of. Against Jannik Sinner's return to serve. That's crazy. That's just crazy stuff. Serve Raonic back in a Sinner. The forehand of Raonic, that's in the net. I will say again, Sinner in the last couple matches, not playing his absolute best tennis. You know, he's had a few dips. Like against Monfils when he gave the break back. When he gave the break to Gale in the second set, I believe. Or like when he gave the break back a little bit in this first set. So some of his balls are falling a little bit shorter. All of the things I mentioned earlier. But he's still playing well. But it's a small chance compared to how Sinner was playing for the most part the last few months. Forehand chip back in a Sinner down the line. That goes wide as well. 40-15 for Raonic. 40-15 for Raonic. Roan is a beast. Sorry. Roan is a beast. I don't even know what I said. Roan is a beach, I think is what I said. Yeah, Raonic, yeah. I say shorten it to ban and you with the ban. Man, I love you big time. Okay, I'll just say ban. I like it. I didn't understand what you meant at first, but I got you now. Serve down the tee. I got you. Serve, second serve from Raonic. Serve from Raonic. Out wide forehand of Sinner. Ooh, that's a big forehand return. Big forehand return from Sinner. 40-30. Let's see if Sinner can fight here. Get back in this game. Jannik. Let's go, Jannik. See what he can do right here. Try to step up. It's really up to Milos Raonic. Can he hit another 233 km/h serve? Another 145 miles per hour serve. Just kind of end this off. Or we got more to play. Backhand. That's in the net. That's a good, solid serve out wide. Just enough. 5-4. 5-4, Jannik leads. 5-4, Jannik leads. If Sinner has a runny nose, then it's just that part of the year. Yeah, fair. That's true. Seems like Doha, Dubai, Indian Wells, Miami are almost in a 6 or 7 week stretch for WTA. Yeah, it's crazy. And then you have nothing at the end of the year. It's pretty ridiculous, to be honest. It's pretty ridiculous. Runa pulled out from Cabos, man. I don't know what's going on with Runa. Hopefully he's good for the Sunshine Double. He needs to figure it out on outdoor hard courts as well. When you see guys like Raonic, makes you appreciate how strong that era was. Yeah, exactly. And listen, Raonic was living in the era where you only had 4 different Masters champions outside of the Big Four from all of 2010 to 2016. There are 9 Masters events played throughout a whole season. You only had 4 in that whole 7-year period that were not the Big Four. Only 4 Masters titles, period, were won outside of the Big Four and throughout that whole period. Raonic and Nishikori did not win any. Which is why it's kind of the lost generation. It's quite sad, you know. They both went 0 for 4 in Masters finals. Every Masters final that they played in, they lost to one of the big three. So it's just pretty sad, to be honest. Even Del Potro only managed to win one. Team never won a clay Masters title. Ferrer only won one. He never won on clay. You have all of these. You have Wawrinka only won one Masters title. It's so crazy how the big three dominance. We'll never see the big three dominance again, but Milos is great, man. And it just shows how crazy that era is. Absolutely. To beach. Let's go catch a wave. Minge Banache, nice. Runa's bringing the best out of almost everyone these days. Yeah, I guess, but he needs to figure his own game out too. I mean, he needs to be more direct, have more direction in his own game. Center is way off his game, man. Love 15, that's another forehand wide. Center is off his game. I mean, so far in this set, he's not playing top 10 level, in my opinion. He's kind of lost the plot a little bit. That was not a good service game that he played to kind of partially gift it to Raonic. So let's see what Jannik can do. All that said, like, with the undertone that Jannik is still playing great tennis, Milos has really played a great set so far, but center is not nearly at his best so far. For a backhand return, the forehand of Jannik. That's another forehand error into the net. Love 30. Love 30. Is it first set to Raonic? I did say center in 3 sets, but is it going to be first set to Milos Raonic? And do we have upset alert on our hands? Center versus Zverev in Miami would be a great matchup. Yeah, it could be. Could be. Love 30 here for Raonic. Love 30 for Raonic. Serve out wide, but center is going to be tough. If he's playing at his best, it's going to be tough for nearly anybody, but he's got to pick up his level here. Serve from center. Thought it was a let, but I guess not. Backhand cross court, backhand Raonic. The backhand of center, backhand Raonic down the line. That goes wide. 15-30. 15-30. But yeah, Zverev is like the only the only guy in the top 25 in the world that Sitter hasn't beaten the last time he's played them, which is just so crazy. Here we go, Milos. Here we go. Clap, clap. There you go, man. There you go, man. 15-30. See how Jannik steps up here. Very compelling moment in this match. Serve. Down the tee. Forehand. Oh, it's a great shot. Inside in. Forehand chip. Forehand of Milos. Like a missile. Like a missile. Down the line. And he forgot his name, but his name is Milos Raonic, and he's coming to mess stuff up. He's come to mess stuff up. 15-40. 15-40. 15-40. 2 set points for the Canadian of Milos Raonic. Let's see how Jannik can do to kind of hold his nerve here. He's done well in these kinds of positions, Jannik, but this is tough. First serve down the tee is a let. He's got to not hit an error, though. It was a very bad backhand unforced error earlier when he was down break points. Milos to break center twice in this set. Who would have thought that? Really, who would have thought that? First serve, hits the tape, goes out. I don't know, man. This might be one of those classic things. Right after a major that you win, you kind of dip a little bit. But we've seen that many times, not just from center. If that is what happens, but we'll see. Backhand cross court, backhand slice of Milos. Forehand to center, cross court, forehand to Milos. Trying to take the set. Forehand, that is massive. That is massive, and that is Jannik Sinner. Forehand inside out. Completely hits over the forehand into that ad side corner, and that was great. Kind of got out of the way of the ball, made space, and just perfectly executed. Inside out, big fist bump, 30-40. He's got one more to save. Gufo, yeah. Leo, let's see what Sinner can do. Let's go, Milos. Okay, Dutchy. Okay, Dutchy, rooting for Canadian. Set point number 2. Let's see what happens on this set point. First serve in the net. Sinner's not making first serves. It's not helping his cause. Second serve here for Jannik. Kick serve, the backhand of Raonic, back in the center. The forehand of Raonic. Oh, he missed it. Okay, deuce. That was a good point from center. It wasn't a bad point from Raonic, but just kind of Had a chance with the forehand, but he missed it long, but it was a tough forehand to hit. It's a good point from Sinner. Deuce. Sinner saves 2-set points on his own serve. Would have been tougher on the Milos serve, but still tough. Deuce here. Deuce here. Serve here from Jannik. Serve out wide. Forehand of Milos. That goes out. Advantage to Jannik. Let's go, Jannik. Sinner's figuring it out. Sinner's figuring it out. By the way, guys, please don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe to Quality Shot Tennis if you are new. If you haven't subscribed yet, for more streams, I'll be here till the end of this one. And to get notified for all the streams we'll do for events throughout the year, please don't forget to subscribe to Quality Shot Tennis. Serve out wide. That's a let. Second serve. Second serve. Sinner to escape out of jail of what was a very tough game. It's been a great match so far. Serve out wide, and it's going to continue to be a great match. It's 5-5. Sinner with an ace out wide. Sinner with a Raonic-esque ace out wide. And I wouldn't have said this about 9 or 10 months ago, but Sinner is one of the best servers in the world at the moment. Sinner is definitely easily one of the best servers in the world at the moment. And he's playing against Raonic, who's also a very, very good server. So listen, if this is like 2 or 3 tiebreakers, don't be surprised. We've already had 2 breaks. Raonic had 2 break points that manifested as set points. He's back at the line here at 5-5. Serve down the tee. That's a good serve from Milos. 15 love. 15 love. Anthony, were you surprised Alcaraz went to Buenos Aires instead of Rotterdam, Matt? I was not. He did the same thing last year. I still think clay courts is probably Alcaraz's best surface, or at least his most consistent surface. And I think it's good to get confidence rather than playing an ATP 500 that includes guys like Sinner, Dimitrov, originally had Medvedev. Instead of playing Rotterdam, I think it's a good idea to build confidence in the Golden Swing. So I wasn't very surprised. Also, he's probably going to play Rio, which is an ATP 500. Also, maybe Barcelona, et cetera, later on. Barcelona is later, but so I'm not that surprised he wants to play that part of the season. I wasn't that shocked by it. Barcelona's later, but the other two. Rio. Forehand. That cross court. Raonic is serving pretty much perfectly. 40 love. I mean, if you're just joining in, here is Raonic's stats so far. Milos is serving awesome. Milos is serving great. It was even a little bit better than this before, but this is still, yeah. Look at this. Or there we go, yeah. Very good against Jannik Sinner. Very, very good against Jannik Sinner, and he does with a big serve as well. Finishes off the game, 6-5. Crowd loves it. Either Raonic wins this set or we're going to a tiebreaker. It's 6-5 for Milos Raonic. 6-5 for Milos Raonic. Hey, what's up, Joe? Oh, Joe, I was talking about on my my video. I'll get out the memorabilia thing I was talking about a little bit. Carlos has been doing the line swing for at least 3 years now, I think. Yeah, exactly. So I'm not that shocked by it. Third time the charm. Yeah. Ooh, baby, a triple. Yeah. He has a lot of fans in that area. Yeah. 5-5. Yeah, Jannik holds. Jannik holds. I'm not sure anyone can pull off the vest top like Rafa. Probably not. I think Rafa can pull off a lot of things that nobody else can pull off, to be honest. Nobody else can even afford to try to pull off. Forza, Jannik. Forza. This whole tourney has been insane with the back and forth action, man. Yeah. I agree, Ben. It's been crazy. By the way, shout out to everybody watching on Twitch and Facebook, but we got over 70 people on the YouTube stream. So I appreciate everybody who's joined in so far. It's been fun to call. Appreciate all you guys who are watching. Carlos has been playing the Golden Swing since 2020 when he got a wild card. Yeah, got a wild card to play Albert Ramos Vinolas. He won in a third set tiebreaker. Listen, Alcaraz had the most fitting possible first ATP match and his most fitting possible challenger match that he played. Because he played in his first ATP match, he plays the Spaniard Albert Ramos Vinolas, and he wins his first ATP match ever. Not everybody wins their first ATP match. A few do, but not everybody does. And he won his first ever ATP match against the veteran Albert Ramos Vinolas in a third set tiebreaker over 3 hours to Ramos Vinolas. I think it was like exactly 3 hours. in amazing fashion in front of a home crowd. So that was crazy. I think it was a home crowd where he played out. Forehand inside into the forehand of Raonic. Backhand slice of center. Backhand slice of Raonic. That's in the net. 15 love for Jannik. And guess what? Here's a fun stat as well. Holger Rune's first ever ATP match was also against Albert Ramos Vinolas. They both played the same opponent in their first ATP match. One of my favorite ATP stats. Alcaraz and Rune, born about a week apart from each other, they both played the same ATP opponent in their first match, Albert Ramos Vinolas. Then Alcaraz's first challenger match he ever played, he played as a wild card against Jannik Sinner, who is also a wild card at the Juan Carlos Ferrero Open. So he had very fitting first challenger and first ATP matches. I'm not sure what his first futures match was, but knowing the pattern, he probably played against like Rune or something. Like, you know what I mean? It's been very kind of poetic first matches. For backhand from center, the backhand of forehand of Jannik, backhand of Jannik, the forehand of Raonic. Forehand of Jannik to the forehand of Raonic, inside out. That forehand is fantastic. It's 15-all. That forehand is good. 15-all. Will be good to see it. Okay. I'll pull it out after this set. I got a cool tennis thing to show. So after this set ends, I'll leave for a second. I'll show the cool tennis thing that I got from a tennis event. Kind of, you know, it's an interesting kind of memento. Carlos has been playing the Golden Swing since 2020. Yeah. Final serve from Jannik down the tee. That hits the tape. That goes out. Second serve. Serve from center at the back end of Raonic. Back into center. To the forehand of Raonic. That's in the net. That was a kind of an opportunity for Milos there. A little bit of an opportunity for Milos there. It was insane how Carlos just won Wimbledon last year. Insane talent. Yeah, I agree. Generational talent. And he's like, people don't appreciate him as much as they will yet, probably. Although I know a lot of people do. But what he's been able to do so far is crazy. I think he's going to keep it up to some extent. So very good to see. I don't know how much he keeps it up or how much he improves or this or that, but I think he's going to be a top guy for a while. So that's the one thing that I think. Yeah, I don't think the top players all want to play the same event. Yeah, exactly, because it's just harder. Sinner doesn't mind a challenge, though. He signed up. But Alcaraz doesn't either. He wants to play into the form. Milos looked like he was walking gingerly back to his seat on the last changeover, Matt. Yeah, hopefully that's not a problem. Keep an eye on that. 40-15, serve from center, out wide, forehand. That goes out. 6-6. All right, guys, let me know in the chat. Who do you think is winning this tiebreaker? What's going to be the score in the tiebreaker? Let me know in the chat. Who's winning the tiebreaker? What's going to be the score? 49 minutes played, first set so far. I'm going to say, screw it. I'll say Raonic. Raonic wins it. I'm going to say Milos Raonic 7-5 in the tiebreaker. Let me hear predictions in the chat. Who's winning this tiebreaker? Whoever gets the closest with the score, I'll shout you out in the chat. I'll say 7-5 Raonic. Serve down the tee. That goes out. That goes in. That's a good serve down the tee. 1-0. 1-0. Let me see some predictions in the chat. Whoever gets the closest. What? I need to see both Holger and Carlos' first ATP match replays. I had no idea. Yeah, Ben. Pretty cool. I thought it was a pretty cool stat. Same opponent in their first match. Los Cabos is next week. That one is always a fun tournament. Yeah. I like that one. Wasn't it later in the year, though? I think it moved in the schedule. Backhand. That goes out. 1-1. This is fun. I'm excited to see how this kind of keeps going. Okay, I'm only seeing Milos. 8-6, 7-5 Raonic, 7-5 Raonic. Jesus. Me and two other. We have three people including. Is anybody gonna back Jannik? Nobody backed Jannik. I don't think I've ever seen that before. I don't think I've ever seen a guy who's as in such good momentum as Jannik Sinner against a guy who's 309th in the world in Milos Raonic, and every single person says Raonic. I've never seen that before. Crazy prediction. Milos wins the tiebreaker. Milos 8-6. Yeah, no love for the Italian stallion. Copycat. And then Anthony, they have the Mexico tournaments together now. That's crazy. Acapulco and Los Cabos. I don't mind that, though. Los Cabos was always in a little bit weird part of the season. Is indoor hard court Sitter's best surface? That's a great question, Powell. I'll get to that in a second. 2-2. Sitter on the return. Raonic, serve. Serve. Backhand. The forehand of. Backhand, a sitter. Now he returns. Raonic could have come to net. He moves back. Forehand. Raonic, cross course. Could be a big point. Forehand. Down line. Backhand, Raonic. Backhand, center. Trying to get a mini break. Backhand, Raonic. That goes out. Big command from center. Or a bit of a command from center. 3-2. He's got the mini break. Jannik Sinner's got the mini break. This would be gutting for Raonic. This would be gutting for Raonic, you know? Sinner saves 2 set points, wins the first set, if that is what happens. He's up 3-2. Let's see what Raonic can do to try to stop that from happening. See what Raonic can do to kind of stop that from happening. Serve from Jannik. Serve. Into the net. Second serve from Sinner. Serve from Jannik down the tee. Forehand of Raonic. That goes out. 4-2. 4-2. Is indoor hard courts Sitter's best surface? Well, I think Sitter can be good on clay, but his best surfaces are the other 3: outdoor hard courts, grass courts, indoor hard courts. Is indoor hard court Sitter's best surface? It's a very tough question. I actually kind of think outdoor hard courts might be Sitter's best surface. Or grass courts. I don't know. It's very hard to say at this point. It's very, very difficult to say at this point. I wouldn't go out of my way to say that it is. I mean, he just won the Australian Open on outdoor hard courts. I would actually put a wager to say I bet his best surface at the moment is outdoor hard courts, which is crazy to say because of how well he ended the year last year on indoor hard courts. But like how well he always plays at the Miami Open, for example, how well he played at the U.S. Open, that match against Alcaraz. Like it just so happens his best form, I think, has kind of come during the indoor swing, or maybe not just so happens, but I think actually outdoor hard courts might be his best surface. And I know that might be a bit of a hot take because of how well he's done on indoor hard courts, but I don't know. It's hard to say. And grass courts could end up being his best. So was the last Milos loss long ago? Was the last Milos loss long ago? Milos lost at the Australian Open. He played the Australian Open. He took a set off of Alex de Minaur, and then he had to retire. But he played a few matches last year. He went 5-4 last year in his comeback. Serve from Raonic. Now he's serving down 2-5. Things have changed in this first set. 1 mini break though still. Backhand Raonic. He's back in neutral though in this point. Forehand. That's shank. That's poor from Jannik because listen, Jannik, by the way, a little bit out of frustration, kind of hits that ball to the other end. 3-5. 3-5. Serve out wide. Forehand of Sinner. Forehand of Raonic. That's a good point. Just 1 mini break still. Just 1 mini break still up. 4-5. Interesting. Anthony, does Sinner have a shot to ever win Roland Garros? If he does, I think he will have the career Grand Slam. I agree with you about the career Grand Slam because I don't see him not winning Wimbledon, the U.S. Open, to be honest. Yes, I think he does have a shot. I won't say he definitely absolutely wins it, especially because of how I think Alcaraz will be at Roland Garros, but I think, I think he absolutely has a shot to win it. Yes, absolutely. I think he's good on clay courts. I really do. I think he's great on clay as well. And he's shown that a few times. Backhand, the forehand of Sinner, forehand of Raonic. That's in the net, 6-4. You know, you look at a guy like Andre Rublev. Rublev's best surface is probably clay courts. That's where he's been the closest of making a major semifinal against Schultz a few years ago. He won in Monte Carlo in that great comeback against Rune in the final. His best win rate, I think, is on clay courts by a little bit. So, I think Sinner is a great athlete. We've seen it before. I think he can do well on clay courts as well. It's not his best surface, but be good. Forehand, that's big. Back in the center. Back in slice of Raonic, defending. Oh, that stays in right on the baseline. Forehand of Raonic. Oh, that's in the net. An absolutely fantastic and utterly compelling first set ends with Jannik Sinner taking the tiebreaker. Raonic had a chance all the way to the very end. He had 2 set points. Let's see what happens in the second set. But Jannik Sinner takes the first set. He steals the first set. That's Jannik Sinner's fight, and that's what confidence will do. 12-match win streak. He's won 22 of his last 23 matches. That's what confidence will do. Confidence on indoor hard courts as well. Jannik Sinner wins the first set. Well, my prediction was wrong, 7-4. Yeah, who was the closest? Nobody even said Jannik. Who was the closest? 8-6, 7-5, 7-5, 8-6 Raonic. I don't know how we could even determine that. I guess Joe, Juan, and me were all the closest, but none of us were even close. Yeah. Oh man, Raonic making us sweat. Yeah. I knew Sin would get tiebreak, but I wanted the universe to listen to us, man. Yeah, fair. Join the club, Capricorn. Yeah, exactly. I like how the ATP splits it up. Winter 500s, one for Europe, one for South America, one for North America, and one for the Middle East. That's fairness. Yeah, this part of the season is fantastic. I was just talking about it in my newest podcast, that this part of the season is just awesome. I love it. So many different things going on. Give it to the Italian speakers in the chat. Grazie, lol. Ben. Yeah, exactly, Ben. Give it to the Italian speakers. All right, I'll take a quick break. I'll be here for the second set, so don't go anywhere. I'll see you guys in a What's up? What's up? What's up? We're going to get the second set started off soon. What up? What up? What up? We're back at it. We're back at it. Beep up the 30-second ad, if not too much for your setup. If it is, I understand. I can't look at that right now, Ben. Sorry. Hey, what's up, Shiloh? What's up, Leah, as well? Oh, here we go. Okay, 1-0 for Jannik at love 15. Back underway. Okay. Raonic serving. That was a great backhand pass from Jannik. Very impressive from Raonic so far. I've got something else to say about Milos too. Something else is that Milos, the top 10 win that he's had, so far in this comeback, he lost the first set. He lost the first set against Francis Tiafoe. Guess what else? He lost the first set when he had set points, and he lost the first set in a tiebreaker against Tiafoe. So, I mean, I know it's like, okay, well, it doesn't matter. That was the exact situation. Doesn't mean it's going to happen. But I'm just saying he lost the first set in his other top 10 victory. So I don't think Raonic, he'll get the confidence from that, because I'm sure Milos remembers that. And also he'll get the confidence from the fact that happened. And also that means that Milos is still capable of fighting against a guy kind of this good, you know? I think he'll keep fighting. But the tough thing for Raonic, though, is that's why the first set is so important, especially in a best of 3 set match, especially when you're playing a guy like Roger, Rafa, like Andy Novak back in the day. And when you're playing a guy like Sinner Carlos now, and Daniil now, sorry. The thing, the reason it makes it so tough is when you lose the first set, because that means you need to win 2 consecutive sets against these guys, and that just makes it so hard to do. That's like winning in straight sets, so it just makes it that much tougher, honestly. Forehand inside in, that's a great shot from Raonic. He kind of no, he's kind of feeling something wrong with his body, I think. No, what is it with Milos's body? No. I mean, what a poetic way to do it, by the way, because Milos just hit a fantastic forehand winner inside in. Center feeling hugging out with Milos, but man, that is, come on, man. That was such a good match. No, dude. Are you kidding me right now? Milos hits a forehand winner down the line. He's way in the hunt with Center. He could still do something in this match if his level is there. His body just isn't there. You could feel him feeling out the body afterwards, and he retires. I mean, listen, if it keeps going like this, Raonic is going to be one of the most underrated players ever, because people don't appreciate Raonic enough. This is a guy who, like, listen, he's always been losing to like the big 3 in almost every tournament, but he's beaten almost everybody else in his prime. This was a guy who's constantly improving, just getting injured. Now he's back even still, and he's at a fantastic level, and he's still, his body just can't let him play and can't let him get momentum and improve. But he's a complete player for a guy with a big serve. He's so talented and so good at his best, and his body just won't let him play. His body just will not let Milos Raonic play. But man, what a player he is, and he's just not getting his chance. Jesus. I'm going to watch the match. Thanks, Anthony. See you, Dutchie. See you, Joe, as well. Actually, I'm not going to let this stream end on a sad note. Joe, I told you I was going to get the tennis thing, so I'll show it now, because I don't want to end it like that. That was sad. Milos is a forehand winner inside in, then immediately feels something, and that's just tough. These are the stats, by the way. Milos has played fantastic. These are the match stats, if you want to know how well Milos played. 11 aces to 3 aces of Sinner. Sinner now one of the best servers. Cool, nice. Yeah, Dutchie. I mean, come on, man. It's sad, Dutchie. Come on, Dutchie. Is Reba beating Swiatek tomorrow? I say Iga wins in 3 sets, but I don't know. That's going to be good. That's going to be really good. For like, listen, this against a guy who returns as well as Jannik Sinner. I mean, look at these stats. Like 76% of his first serve in when he's hitting like 130, 40 miles per hour plus serves. 19 winners, 18 unforced. I mean, that's so good with how he was playing. 11 winners, 11 unforced. Yeah. I mean, listen. Also, breakpoint saved. Well, I don't know. He went 0 for 1, but still. He still was able to break Sinner. He got 2 break points. Man, that's so sad, man. Please do not leave us like that. I won't. Ego wins in 2. The stream doesn't deserve it. It was such a fun stream. Ego wins in 2. Okay, I say Ego in 3 sets. I say Rybakina takes a set, which is kind of unheard of, unprecedented against Raonic, but Raonic is going to retire this year. Yeah, I mean, I don't think that would surprise anybody, but I hope he can do a few good things before he goes out either way, no matter what happens. No matter what happens. All right, guys, I'll be back in a minute. Joe in the chat, I promised Joe in the chat that I would show something that I have from an old tennis event. So it's pretty cool. I think it's pretty cool. I'll be back in a minute. Some people could be excited by this. I'll be back in 1 second. What a first set. Yeah, it was fantastic, Faison. It was so sad we didn't get a conclusion. It was really so high level from both guys, and Raonic had 2 set points. I mean, listen, it was pretty fitting that it ended with a forehand winner from Raonic before he called it quits, because it's just his body that's not letting him play. His game is there. You think it is back? I wasn't quite clear, to be honest, on what it was exactly, but Dimitrov versus Demonor tomorrow. Yeah, it's that match pretty much single-handedly will most likely, assuming that Taylor Fritz beats Hijikata, it's very complicated, but assuming that Fritz beats Hijikata in Delray Beach, that means Fritz will be top 10 in the world. So assuming that happens, that match will single-handedly determine if we have a top 10 one-handed backhand player in the top 10. Because if Dimitrov is able to get to the final of Rotterdam, I believe he enters the top 10 in the world. So there's a lot of things going on. So that'll be fun. Sad he had to retire. Yeah. I mean, come on. It's never working out for Milos. And he's such a good player. Jannik Sinner, by the way, he still, I think, needs to raise his level a little bit. He's kind of giving guys a little bit too many chances. He's not quite at the level he's been at. A few too many unforced errors. Talon Griekspoor is playing amazing. Griekspoor actually played a very close match against Jannik last year in Rotterdam in the semis. It was 2 tiebreakers, I think. So watch out for Griekspoor. He's like underrated and talented. He's never rated because he's never doing that well at the Grand Slams or the big tournaments. He's kind of lacking that one big victory, but he's very good and very surface versatile. I think that happened. What happened with Milos? Injury problems. Yeah, Patricio. Yeah, it was injury problems. He got injured. He started having medical timeouts the first set, and that's kind of what happened. Sinner, but by the way, if Sinner is able to beat Talon Griekspoor, he will officially be number 3 in the world. So that would be very cool as well. So that's something to watch. But overall, just sad for Sinner. That Griekspoor Sinner match is going to be fantastic, by the way. But okay, Joe. So you asked me, what I have that's cool from like tennis memorabilia. So okay, 1 second. Let me try to get this where the camera can see it. This is a vintage like digital photograph of Roger Federer serving. It's a vintage digital photograph of Roger Federer serving that I have in my room. There you go. This was in 2002 when I was about 2 or 3 years old. I was sitting there courtside with Roger Federer before Federer ever won his first major. And that's a photo of me watching Federer play when I was just a young kid. That's him serving. And it's a very good photo as well, by the way, right before he serves. Digital photo. Federer is my favorite player ever. I have this up in my room. That's cool, Anthony. Yeah, I got to see him a few times, but they were when I was like 5 or 6, but yeah, or younger. So holy rarity. Yeah, exactly. It's very cool. Samsung Advert from 2002. Good night. Yeah, good night, Maynor. I hope Elena beats Iga tomorrow, but can go either way. Yeah, I can go either way. I also have these cool like trading cards. Awesome memorabilia. Yeah, I love it. Very, very cool. Yeah. Digital photograph that my dad took while we were watching courtside. And then also I have these like trading cards from like 2005. I have these like trading cards from 2005, and it's got different players on them. Like, let me find a good one. Like Juan Ignacio Chela. Like it's just these like it's just these different playing cards. Camera won't focus, but you know. Yeah, those are a few things I have. I like Federer being on the cover. But yeah, those are a few things I have for tennis memorabilia. I always have this photo up in my room because I love it. Anyway, thank you, Joe. Yeah, have a great weekend as well. Do you remember the camera he used back then? I don't remember the camera. Sorry. Hannibal, go Jannik. Yeah, he's got one match away from world number 3. Go Jannik, but overall, sad for Jannik. But hoping that Milos's body can show up and let him play for one performance this year. I mean, listen, I hope this isn't like the last kind of thing we see of Milos. You know what I mean? I keep getting scared. He's still like only 33 years old or whatever. He should have time to play and still be solid and strong. He's now 220 in the live rankings. He's going to continue to get wild cards, as he should, but man, it's just a bit unfortunate. And yeah. Anyways, Jannik number 1. Vamos. I agree outside. Yeah, Jannik. Let's see how he can keep rising up. Hoping Milos Raonic can be healthy. It was an amazing first set, really fantastic first set. And Milos really showed up, not just with the serve, but with everything else. He showed what he's got. It was a forehand winner from Milos to finish it off, but it was his body that had the last word. Hoping Milos's body can be less of a prick and let Milos play and show what he's got, but 7-6, 1-1. Milos retired. Sinner's in the semis. It's going to be a really compelling match against Griekspoor. And we'll see how Sinner's event kind of keeps going. And all the best wishes to Milos. He's got to get back. We got to get Milos back playing and healthy.
Bye.